Okay, so hi everyone, welcome to the course. Now let's see how we can create an element with the help of DOM. So let's go to our editor and I want to create one element called div. Even if you want to remove this, just remove it. Okay, so to create an element, first of all, I want to do a div equals to, I want to select my document and I have to select a method called createElement which will help me to create a div. So in here, write div. Okay. Now see, if you want to see it, you won't be able to see it anything over here, not even here, because we have only created it, we have not appended anything. So let's suppose I'm selecting this div and to this I am putting as innerHTML as, let's suppose I added paragraph to this and hello div looks fine. Okay, still you won't be able to see it anywhere, but before that I need to, if I want to see it, I need to append it. How I will append is document dot body dot append child as div it is written. Now I want to show you append also after appending child. Now see, what you did is, to this particular thing you have appended the child perfectly. Why you have appended the child? Because in div, your body, in body you want to append a child. That means it is going, the div is going to be the children of the body. Okay, and this paragraph is successfully added over here. If you want to add more things to this div, let's suppose div dot first child. Okay, you selected first child and equals to this. Let's suppose you want to console.log. Okay, console.log div dot your first child. Now let's see what you will see in the console. See, its first child is your paragraph. Okay, now if you want to apply something to this first child, what you will do is, you will select this first child, div dot first child dot let's suppose you want to dot innerHTML equals to awesome. I have written. Now let's see what will happen. This, when you select your this first child and you put innerHTML, that means you want to change the content of your paragraph. Now see, your paragraph content is changed from something to awesome. And now if you want to put h1 over here, let's see, you are putting your awesome to here and you will remove from here. Heading added. Okay, and now let's come over here and see, your paragraph is having one h1 which says awesome, heading added. That means you are adding an element. Now you have added a children to your paragraph. Okay, so this is how you can alter your things in the JavaScript. Now one more thing, if you want to see over here, is there is innerHTML and there is something called text content. Text content, when I will write it, now see, with the help of text content, your tag, whole of your tag will come on the screen. Okay, but with the help of innerHTML, your content part only reflects on the screen. If you'll see, inside div you have paragraph, but this h1 element is not created differently. It is considered as text over here. So you can just remove this h1. So you will see that your paragraph text is changed basically. Okay, so this is the difference between your innerHTML and your text content. So I hope you understood this thing, that how you can create any element, how you can append it. Now let's suppose I have written over here before. Okay, before. So you will see that it will be before all the elements. Even if you'll add paragraph over here, okay, so see, it is there, but this element will go on the top of any other element. So anyhow you can't see it, but here you can directly see that what is written on the screen. Okay, so this is your before, and if you put after all the contents, your text will be there, whatever element you have added. So this was all about your creation of the element. Now let's see, I want to comment this out and I want to add a button over here. So basically we are covering over here your mouse events or your events. So what are events? Let's suppose there is a form, and in that form we have a button. I want to click that button. Okay, user will click that button and some action will be performed on that. That means that is the event that is performed by the user. So on that we want to put some changes. I want to add some action to that. So for that we use our event listings. Event listeners can be on click. You can add, you can customize your own event listeners by adding event listeners. You can have mouse up, mouse down, over. These all are your mouse events which you can use. So for here, let's suppose click on me to smile. Okay, so to this I want to add ID called BTN, and after this I want to add type equals to submit. Okay, so to this I want to add an event listener. How I will do that? First of all, I need to select this, let BTN event. Okay, so equals to, what do I want? I want to select this document dot get element by ID, and I want to select this thing which is my BTN. Now select this ID and paste this over here. Okay, so now your button is perfectly working over here. Now to this, what do I want to do? I want to call a function. So let's suppose I created a function called button click. Okay, and to this I want to add something. Let's suppose I want to console.log button is clicked. Okay, now for now I don't need this. Okay, but here I want to put something which is called on click. On click equals to the name of the function. Now I want to show you two things. If I'm putting whole of the function, I'm calling it over here by creating here. Now let's see. Go to this, click on this and go to console. You will see button is clicked. That means some action is performed. Even if you want to do something that you want to write document dot write happy kid. Okay, so now let's see, after clicking on it, you can see that there is written over here happy kid. That means when you click on it, you want to write it into the document. So that's about your button click event. So you can also do that. Let's suppose you want to create an element. So let's suppose let p equals to document dot create element p. Okay, after that you want to add a text content. Okay, that text content will also help you to add a content. I showed you how. Now you want to append it. So you know how we can append it. So put append child as your p. So your p will be appended on the click. So let's suppose refresh this, click on this, and your button clicked is added over here. Okay, so this is how you can do that. Now if you want to do one more thing is, let's suppose you have this click on me to count. Okay, so now in here, what do you want? You want let count equals to 0. Okay, initially your count is 0 now, but for let I equals to 0, I less than, or let's suppose you just want to increment the count plus plus. Okay, and you just want to console.log count, you are doing it. Okay, so let's see, when you are going to this, you click this, count equals to count plus 1, or you can also say let result equals to count plus 1. So you can put result over here, count also equals to 0, and result. This is what I am just showing you, that what all you can do it. So if I clicked on count, 1 is there twice a time, thrice a time, fourth a time. So whenever I want to click it, that will get increment. So what you saw, that if I will, instead of printing 1 1 1 every time, what do I want is, I want for let I equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, I want to console.log my I. Okay, so every time you will click, it will print all the numbers. Again you will click, it will print all the numbers. So all these things you can do it. So now let's suppose you want to add any event by your own self. So what you will do is, you will say this thing. Okay, I selected this button by ID, and to this button event, I want to click add event listener, and that event listener is going to be my mouse over. Okay, and after this I want to call any function. Let's suppose I added my func. Okay, so to this thing, what I am doing, I am creating a function called myfunc. Okay, and to this I'm just saying console.log mouse is over the button. Okay, so let's come to this and refresh it once. When you will, your mouse will come on this, mouse is over the button. Okay, btn click is not defined. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I don't have this thing. So what is this is, remove this first. Okay, so now refresh it. Now whenever you will have the mouse over your button, it is going to print on this. So see, you don't need to add it, I have already added it. Okay, so that is why this function is behaving like this. So I hope you have understood how you can add your event listener and how you can remove the event listener, how you can create the elements. So do not forget to practice it. More practice you will do, the code will be much better for you. Thank you so much, everyone.